Please like, subscribe, and be sure to click that bell button for regular and exciting indie film content and your chance to be the first to engage with the Liftoff Global Network of Film Festivals as we embark on launching the careers of the filmmakers of tomorrow.
Hello everyone and welcome to today's stream. Today we are looking at the Manchester Liftoff Network Round. Pling! And I forgot to turn my sound off, so there we have it. I've got the hub open on the side camera here and my notes over here, so sorry if there's some plings come through. If you're joining this live, the chat room is now open, so feel free to put in a few comments. Let us know if you're supporting a particular film or if you're a filmmaker behind one of the projects that are making it through to the network round or that you took part in the Manchester Liftoff Film Festival. Before we jump into the network round, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about what is happening at Liftoff this week, all of the different things that are going on. So obviously we're just about to move into the network round for the Manchester Liftoff Film Festival, but Austin Liftoff Film Festival is currently running as well. It's in its second week. We did a roundup on Monday. This Friday coming, we have our first look stream with Lloyd and Carolyn. And there have been so many people taking part, answering the questions and trying to get involved in that stream. So thank you so much to everyone who is participating in the hub. And for Lloyd and Carolyn, I'm very excited to see which films that you will be picking for Friday's stream. Tomorrow, we have the Berlin Audience Choice Winners stream. This is where we have 4 filmmakers joining us on the YouTube live, where we will be screening their films muted in the background and delving into each film and each filmmaker to find out why they wanted to make the project, what hurdles they had to overcome, and what is in the future for them. So there is lots of different things happening here. I'm just going to quickly share my screen. I'm going to share with you our YouTube channel, which if you're watching this live, there you go. So you should be able to see our YouTube channel here. All of the things I just mentioned. So we're currently doing the Manchester Festival Network round now. That's here. Then I've got the Berlin stream tomorrow, which you can just click in here. You've got the first look stream. And then next Wednesday, I think my face is covering it, but next Monday, the 24th of April, we are announcing the overall winners for the Manchester Festival. So I'm just going to stop sharing my screen. There we go. And I'm just quickly checking over into the chat room to see if anyone is answering. Okay, cool. So the other thing I wanted to mention is that the Sessions Festival, the Sessions March Festival closed on Monday, and we will be announcing the finalists later this week as well. So that's a little roundup of everything that is happening here at Liftoff in these next coming weeks. Okay. Let's find out which films have made it through to the network round for the Manchester Liftoff Film Festival. We're going to start with the shorts. So all of this information that I'm just about to share with you is available on the website. You just need to go to liftoff.network, festivals and Manchester, and you'll be able to find all of this information that I'm about to share with you now. So we're going to start with the Manchester shorts. And this is running from Wednesday the 12th of April, which is today. It goes live at 4 p.m. and will be running all the way until next Wednesday, the 19th of April, until 6 p.m. So you have a full week to watch all of this content. Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen and we're going to find out who the network round finalists are. Okay, so here we are. Like I said, it's liftoff.network, film festivals, Manchester, and you end up on this page here. I'm going to try and do this one by one, but we'll see. I may be revealing 2 at a time. So Landmine is the first film that will be migrating into the network round. This was a film that stood out by the jury. So well done to Darren Stateman, a UK filmmaker with his wonderful film Landmine. It is a UK filmmaker, but it is in Polish. Okay, so the next film we are announcing is Short Stay, Long Stay. This is a wonderful, funny short film by first-time filmmaker Danny Carter, who is also from the UK. Well done, Danny. Up next, we have the A Mosaic of All Possible Greens, and this is directed by Rosie Robinson, another filmmaker from the UK. Really well done. Up next, we have Whisper, and this is directed by Spencer Allred and Lindsay Watson from the USA. Then we have Godsend by Connor Kingsley from the UK. And if you've been following these streams on the Mondays, you will have seen that Godsend was battling it out with another filmmaker and is now made it through to the next round. So well done, Connor. Up next, we have the Deportation of a Model Citizen. This is by Jacob Thomas Pilgrim. A fantastic short that was highlighted by the jury and did extremely well in the audience round during the festival. So well done, Jacob. We look forward to seeing how your film progresses in the next round. Up next, we have On to Midnight. This is a documentary made solely from archives. Fantastic and hard-hitting anti-war documentary, this one, and it's directed by Callum Wilkins from the UK. The 8th film moving into the network round is Big Boys Don't Cry, another film from the UK by Oscar Elliott Faulkner Bell. Another hard-hitting film. So if you want some hard-hitting films and some drama, which is very common among the indie film world, then you've got some amazing films here. Up next, we have The Bus to the Afterlife, a fantastic animation which explores death and mental health, and this is directed by Chloe Morris from the UK. Then we have the 10th film, Underbelly, by Edie Moles, another British film and British filmmaker. This is one that has stuck with me for a very long time. I watched it a couple of weeks ago and I'm so glad it made it into this network round. If you're looking for a very hard-hitting film which really pulls at the heartstrings and the performance in this is fantastic, then give this film a watch, as well as all the others, but this one really did stick with me. Up next, we have Three Women. So if you have been following the Monday streams, you will have seen that this was at the top of its programme throughout the festival run until Godsend, who also made it through, overtook it earlier this week. Up next, and the final film that we are announcing here today is A Day in the Life, and this is directed by Manchester-based filmmaker James Oates. Really well done to all of those 12 films that made it into the network round. I'm just going to change my screen and we're going to take a look at the features as well. Do let me know if you're watching this live and if we mentioned one of your films. It's fantastic if you are, and if not, retrospectively, you can comment below and we will always reply to those comments. Okay, so up next, we're going to take a look at the features. I'm just going to re-share my screen. There we go. So the Manchester Liftoff Film Festival 2022 features page. Again, you just need to go into the Manchester Liftoff Film Festival within the Liftoff network and you'll find all of this information. So the first film, which is peeking over the top there on my shared screen, is Once Upon a Time in the Canaries. And again, if you've been watching the Monday streams, this film was doing extremely well throughout the whole festival month. So well done to Spanish filmmaker Armando Ravelo with his wonderful, wonderful feature. Up next, we have The Pastime, directed by Li Cixi from China. This is a really fun feature. I recommend giving it a watch. The cinematography is fantastic, as well as the costume and the art direction. So well done, team. Then up next, we have Ambitious 220, and this is by Henry Terry and Marcus Brooks, who we will be getting on a YouTube stream as one of our sessions winners recently. So we will be talking to Henry and Marcus at some point in the future. But they've also made it through into the network round with their wonderful documentary, Ambitious 220. This looks at cyclists with autism supporting autism, who take the 220 round trip from Manchester to London, 220 miles round trip. Okay, moving on to the final film, and this was one that was highlighted by the jury as like a very important film to watch. The Blowback, The Road to Manchester, which is directed by Mark Curtis and Phil Miller from the UK, and this explores the terror attacks that happened in Manchester in 2017, and yeah, a hard-hitting documentary with strong importance. Okay, so back to the poster scene for me and the Manchester Festival here. Just seeing that there is a comment here. Hi, will you be publishing the final votes for the Manchester, please? Yes, we will. So we will be announcing, well, all of the films that made it through here, they were either the top of their page and have made it into the network round from the audience, or they were put through by the jury. But we can also publish the final scores. I think the links are actually still active if you have the final daily score email as well. And that is coming to the end of today's stream. As I mentioned, there is so much more happening in the coming weeks and this week. So tomorrow we have the Berlin Audience Roundup. The Berlin Audience Winners Roundtable stream. That was a tongue twister. And then we also have the first looks for the Austin Festival. Thank you to everyone who joined. We will be back very soon. Until then, goodbye.